All right. So Gamescom's kicked off, and as far as I'm concerned, Fatal Fury has delivered what I consider to be the absolute killing blow to Mortal Kombat 1. I have been looking forward to Fatal Fury, this game coming out, City of the Wolves, for quite a while. I haven't spoken about it much on here, but I love fighting games, so I always keep an eye out on what's actually coming out. 2X or 2KO seems to be another one that seems to be really good that I'm looking forward to as well. And my favorite fighting game in the last couple of years, still to this day, is Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. It is the best, actually, or maybe the last year, because they've all come out in the last year, with Street Fighter 6, that one, and of course MK1, and Tekken 8. But Fatal Fury, I mean, I grew up with Fatal Fury. Like, these games have been around since I was really young, right? And so to actually have a dedicated Fatal Fury game, right? Not just obviously the countless strings that we had at King of Fighters, but an actual Fatal Fury game, just like how we got Samurai Showdown back in 2019. This is really awesome, right? SNK, I think, are starting to, not that they never did, but I think that like they're really shining through against all the other sort of fighting games out there, albeit, not including obviously things like Grand Blue or whatever, and showing like the Western market, we can make a great fighting game. We can have our kick-ass looking dudes, we can have our sexy looking women in here, and also just give you a ton to do. Now, obviously they've taken, I would assume, a leaf out of Capcom's book here, with the episodes of Southtown RPG mode, where you can run around as your character. I don't know if it's just taking any character or it's just your own player created character, running around and doing RPG stuff in an actual Fatal Fury world, right? It's got a jukebox, right? People have been asking for in Mortal Kombat to have a jukebox. Tekken's got one, and now Fatal Fury's gonna have it. And I wouldn't be surprised down the track that Street Fighter implements it at some point as well, if it doesn't already. I don't think it does. Because it's awesome. Like, having the ability to play the older music is just, it's unprecedented, especially in a fighting game. Because visually, you associate a stage with what you then actually, like, audio-wise, you associate with the track associated with it, right? So to actually have, the music tracks in there on these brand new stages and things like that is pretty awesome, right? You can go in and you can change. They got a whole like color edit palette, just like what we have in games like Soul Calibur and Street Fighter. Oh, sorry, not Street Fighter, Tekken, which is really awesome. When you compare all of this to Mortal Kombat, by the way, it's launching with 22 characters. Now, Mortal Kombat 1 launched with, I think, 23. But one of those was Shang Tsung that you actually had to buy separate. This is launching, so essentially it's launching with, again, I'd have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure it's launching with the same roster size. But you're getting so much more. You're not getting some crappy invasions mode. You're actually getting a fully fleshed out RPG mode. 22 awesome characters. And I watched, like, I'm going to do a separate video talking about the My trailer as well. Because they showed her new outfit, which looks sexy as fuck. And then you've got her classic outfit. And man, there weren't enough tissue boxes in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is Maya we're talking about, right? Look at these graphics, dude. Right? And they're just about to release, the expansion for MK1, right? Which is just abysmal. Now, there is a season pass or battle pass, whatever they call it. Not like a battle pass, right? But, like a season pass where you get additional characters. Excuse me. You're getting additional 5 characters, right? If you get that particular season pass, right? This is going to be a big roster game. That's going to crank that up to 27 characters. And then we're going to have future seasons. Because I think this game is going to be really good. It's going to be really fun. I know some people in the community have already tried it out and played it. But I think this is going to be pretty big, man. I think Fatal Fury, like, just pausing this just to show you the amount of Fatal Fury games. Just hide that just for the moment, right? It's not just including, obviously, like the Fatal Fury titles from the newest all the way down to the oldest, but it's also including Art of Fighting 2 and 1 in there as well. And it looks like there's more too. You can see that you can scroll down a little bit further. That's crazy. Like that's a huge amount of music to have available. For us old schoolers that used to play this, is very awesome to be able to get that. And it really is these sort of like, I mean, Street Fighter is obviously dominating out of the big 3. Granblue Fantasy vs Rising had way more people competing than Mortal Kombat 1 did at EVO. That shows you the quality of this game. And they are still going through their Season 1. They got 6 characters they're releasing for Season 1 for Granblue. We're up to now 5 of 6. We know who the last one is. The brand new character just came out, I think, yesterday or the day before. It's fantastic character. She's awesome. Big bitch, and she's kind of hot. So, but the gameplay is awesome. They did a whole bunch of tweaking to all the different characters. And it's an anime fighter. Fatal Fury is an anime fighter. King of Fighters is an anime fighter. And you could argue, yeah, Street Fighter could be sort of an anime fighter. I suppose you could, yeah. Right, but this is really, really leaning into it. And with the crossover with Terry being launched in September for Street Fighter 6, this is pretty cool, right? There's a lot of great characters in the Fatal Fury universe, and it's going to be interesting actually because, like, I don't know if they've talked about anything having like crossover characters from other fighting games. They might, I don't know. But 5 characters for the season, pumping up to 27. Crisp, gorgeous looking graphics. They got the rev meter that's come in, that's brand new, I believe. So that's going to be pretty awesome as well. And this is a really good video. You go check it out on SNK Official's channel. It goes through all the stuff that's coming out in the game. And of course, you can actually pre-order it. And it's coming out in, is it January? Let me just check on the Steam. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. So for me, it's sitting at $90, 34 for the special edition for the pre-purchase. Comes out in 7 months on the, oh, okay. I thought it was the thing of January. 22nd of April. So we still got quite a lot of time. But that's a lot of time to build up momentum and excitement for this. You get a DLC Fatal Fury 2 Terry costume, digital version bonus included if you purchase the game, and then pre-order costume bonus maybe releases paid DLC in the future. So you can pre-order that right now. I'll obviously be getting it on Steam. I only game on PC now, and I love repping fighting games for the PC platform. But this is nuts, dude. Like, this is just absolutely just destroyed any momentum MK1 has, right? Like 90+% of people are looking at the Chaos Reigns expansion and going, this is just crap. This is just garbage game, right? And then you look at this, right, with all the content they're adding in, and this is the other thing I actually stopped playing with Tekken, right? Because outside of, like, yeah, you do all the character stories and stuff, and it's great gameplay, it's a lot of fun, great looking game, lots of characters, biggest release launch roster in this current generation. But there's nothing else to do outside of just fighting. Like, there's no RPG mode and stuff like that. And people might go, oh, we don't need it. But you gotta remember that, especially in the PS2 era, with the MK games, we actually started getting, you know, we got the Conquest mode in Deadly Alliance, and we got the best one in Deception, and then they had like the sort of like beat 'em up type that we had in Armageddon. So MK kind of paved the way to having these big worlds that we can run around in and explore in fighting games. And then they just stop, and they turn it into the cinematic experience, right? Now, I'm going to assume that the story mode is probably tied in with the actual RPG mode as well. So that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if there's going to be a separate story mode. I'm assuming every character is going to have their own ending. So you finish the arcade tower or something like that, you know, classic stuff. You're going to get, you know, that. But just look, dude, look at this game and tell me your dick don't get hard and your pussy don't get wet. Come on, man. Look at this game, dude. This shit is crazy hot, right? And it's so good. It is so good to see Fatal Fury not just come back, right? And not just be part of, you know, some of the characters they put in King of Fighters, because King of Fighters has always been the amalgamation of all the SNK fighting game characters. But I tell you what, I would lose my mind if they ever brought back a modern day, in this style, of World Heroes, right? Dude, World Heroes done like this, like I would just lose my shit. Like, I was so happy when they brought back Samurai Showdown. I kind of hope we got more support out of it. I don't know if they'll ever do another one. I kind of hope they do, because Samurai Showdown 2019 is pretty awesome. And now we got Fatal Fury, and Mortal Kombat is just struggling, right? Like, this game has got a lot of hype behind it, a lot of momentum for it, and I think it's gonna do gangbusters, man. I think it's gonna kick the shit out of everything, and I'm excited for it because I've been really excited for these old school fighters coming back. Been very excited playing Grand Blue, because to me it offers just such a great roster of characters and fighting mechanics I love in that game. And I'm kind of hoping that I can add Fatal Fury to that same level of excitement that I'm having with Grand Blue, which I'm assuming I think I will, because like I've always been a massive fan of Neo Geo or SNK Neo Geo, so I'm pretty pumped. Like, I'm pretty pumped because I think this game is going to have long legs. You know, we're not going to just get the first 5 characters. I think they're going to bring out, you know, future season. Look, dude, this game looks beautiful. This game is going to look so gorgeous on PC. That's why I love repping PC fighting games, right? Not just obviously for the fact that we need to build up the community more and more for whatever fighter you play, but also the graphics, man. You know, not to mention mods. You know they're gonna do some naughty mods for my, you know that, right? And all the other chicks in the game. So this is awesome. This is really, really cool. And I just, you know, you load up Mortal Kombat 1, even after watching this and going invasions mode. Run, stop, fight. Run, stop, fight. Run, stop, fight. Oh, I got surprised by the ambush. Okay, I guess I'll do that. Like, this is the most boring fucking mode in history, dude. There's no excitement in Mortal Kombat anymore. And it's up to, like, especially now, well, like, Capcom's getting a little bit sensorial as well. Like, they're going a little bit funny. I think they're listening to the wrong people, right? But SNK's just coming and going, you want some tits? I'll give you some tits. You want some great gameplay? We'll give you some great gameplay, right? SNK, as far as I'm concerned, has always been the underdog of all fighting games, right? Because they used to break molds well in advance before other fighting games did. For example, just to finalize, and I've done a review of Art of Fighting on the channel. Art of Fighting had like a spirit mode, right? Like a sort of gauge thing, where if you taunt your opponent, you drain their ability to do their special moves. So if they don't have enough of that gauge to do their special moves, they can't do their special moves, right? So that was a tactic. And not just that, you had the zooming in and out, which was really cool. You also had the fact that you could actually bruise them and they would actually swell up from being hit. This is SNK, bro. This wasn't Capcom, right? This wasn't, you know, Midway or Mortal Kombat. This was SNK. And every one of those fighters, if you go back and look at the mechanics that they had and the things that they did, they were just pushing boundaries well in advance before anyone else did. I think it was Real Bout Fatal Fury, was it? I think it was, where you could jump in and out of the foreground and the background. I'm pretty sure it was Real Bout, right? And then, of course, they brought out King of Fighters, which was one of the first team-based games, taking turns, of course, but ultimately it was one of those ones where you could choose your team or a set team, and then battle a whole other team from different franchises within the SNK universe. It's just amazing, dude. Right? So I'm really pumped. Really, really pumped for Fatal Fury. I think it's gonna do really well, man. I really do. NetherRealm must be looking at this stuff going, geez, we'll just put in characters nobody asked for. Oh, we'll just gender bend them. Could you imagine, like, they made Terry a chick, right? Or they made Maya a dude? No, they wouldn't do it. You know why? Because SNK is completely inoculated against the woke mind virus. That's why we are getting greatness from SNK. Anyway, guys, catch you next time.